Hello and welcome to SteveKnows. We have simultaneously not a lot and a lot to go over today, such as Meta's leak for their new smart glasses that should be releasing by the end of this year that includes a heads-up display. We have Quest 3 enhancements, new games, and so much more. So I think that is enough chin-wagging. Let's get started. So the first story is thanks to Luna. As always, there are some leaks on Meta's next generation smart glasses, leveraging tech that we have been dreaming of since 2019. So this new pair of glasses with a heads-up display is rumored to be called Meta Celeste. It should be launching around October, so super duper soon. They aren't like the Ray-Ban Metas or the Oakleys. This is a next generation device, and because of that they are some chunky boys, as you can see with the firmware imagery that had pulled up, showing much thicker frames and thicker arms, weighing in apparently around 70 grams versus the 50 grams of these are the Ray-Bans. To give an idea, I found this recent post by, sadly it's Bradley, where he was talking about licensing of the same tech Meta use in these glasses, and you can see the thickness of them using this waveguide technology. They are thick. And you can also see how they sit on the face, and it's a bit thick with two C's. Inside the right arm, there looks to be an etching that says Meta Celeste, which is why we think that's going to be the product name and not the code name. I think the code name was Hypernova. This device is expected to have a heads-up display integrated in it to make things possible that were not previously possible. This is positioned in the lower region of the right lens, perfect for showing the time, the weather, notifications, map previews for instance, perhaps some camera framing, and of course Meta AI responses as text instead of audio, and of course translation, because that was something they were hyping up, where you could have real-time translation of different languages, subtitles in the glasses. So the device has a couple of input methods, and one is something we have been waiting for what feels like forever. The classic capacitive tap and swipe strip in the right arm that we see with the existing Ray-Ban Metas and the Oakleys, but this is also using surface electric myography, SEMG. So this is a wristband named Ceres, which is some dwarf planet between Mars and Jupiter. Fun fact. The wristband is based on the Control Labs tech that Meta acquired in 2019, where it can detect such subtle muscle movements and enables micro gestures using the thumb and index to swipe forward. You have pinch and pulls, you have horizontal or vertical swiping, and the rotation of your wrist for intuitive UI control. There was even a clip found where it could show the pinch and rotating gesture tied to the calibration app. So of course you connect these glasses to a phone app and you'll have to set up the calibration so it knows, well, how your muscles twitch and move, so it can turn that into UI traversal. So what can you run on these glasses? What can you view on the HUD? So some insights were found because some flat images, certain icons were discovered, like maps, where you have common locations like airports and bars, or the weather, where there are 3D icons for sunny or if it's raining. Plus, according to Luna, a lovely mini-game was found called Hyper Trail, inspired by classic arcade titles like Galaga, which I absolutely adored growing up, and even the clones of it. All of the familiar Ray-Ban Meta features remain though. The camera, which is supposed to be on par with an iPhone 13 for photo and video capture, Meta AI integration, and of course external speakers with Bluetooth audio. Just a thicker pair of smart glasses that has a HUD and wrist-based input. But for the wrist-based input, there needs to be, I just see it coming, there's got to be some sort of watch integration, a smartwatch that has this technology embedded, so it is a seamless experience between the watch and the glasses, instead of you having to wear this extra, rather not fancy-looking wristband or bracelet. Bloomberg's Mark Gurham thinks the device will cost between $1,000 and $1,400, one of their most expensive devices yet, if we are excluding the Meta Quest Pro. Thou shall not be named. Likely a Meta Connect reveal this year. If it's true, last year we got to see the Orion, so it kind of makes sense that we see an iteration of that technology for this release. This year, is it going to be another Google Glass flop, or will people actually adopt this? I'm so dang curious. I doubt we'll see people walking around the streets with it, although I said that with the Apple Vision Pro, and people were doing that, but I think it was a joke. Now, I think it's time to talk about some games. Now, one of the most loved survival games on the Quest platform gets a Quest 3 visual overhaul, a big one, and it brings the game into the modern standalone era, the modern VR standard. Well, for standalone, I know PC VR is better, But this update comes as part of the plant cultivation update for the game, where you can now grow, cater for, look after plants to help with your survival. So the overhaul includes things like new water shaders, new water effects such as the spilling of liquid. Whoopsie! A higher resolution output, softer shadows in the jungle, and point lighting changes, and lighting and shadows make such a difference to the visual quality of an experience. And you can see that from the video, it looks much, much better. Next, if you like PC VR and you want to experience life in a sci-fi factory title, a life that you could say is satisfactory. Satisfactory, a factory simulation title, has been modded, leveraging the UE VR mod from Praydog, but with some extra bells and whistles specific to making this game run at its best. We have a special thanks to Dortmund for making this possible. I will leave the GitHub link down below in the description. So this game is playable with full motion controls, including the aiming, so you're not stuck using a head-tracked crosshair for this title. You also have the ability to use gestures for combat, like swinging a weapon. UIs have also been adjusted for the VR medium as well, and you get POV vehicle use in this. You get the complete works, and the cherry on top is you get the stunning visuals of a PC VR title, if the PC can handle it, and the insane scale of a flat screen experience. For it, you'll need the game, you'll need the UE VR, and the Dortmund mod. I'll link it all down below. Next, we have Drakkenridge. This drops on September 4th exclusively for the Quest 3. So this is from indie devs The Garage Collective. They're not ravers, they're developers. Creators of Shock Troops and Stones of Harleth, a title that brushed my thrush. I loved the retro visuals, and I love retro visuals in VR. I think they look so cool. So this title is retro inspired. It's a semi-open world RPG, and it puts you in the boots of a mage in training exploring the magical archipelago. Did I say that right? The archipelago. It's kind of a fun word to say, even if I'm saying it wrong. So you'll battle through 5 unique islands, 9 dungeons, solve puzzles, cast spells, and wield over 20 different weapons, from swords to bows to black powder guns, which I think I may have only experienced black powder guns before in The Wanderer in VR. I don't remember any other title that has implemented that sort of mechanic. The game doesn't have a storefront yet, it's 2 months away, but knowing what the devs have previously put out, I have faith this being a good experience. Coming September 4th, ages. Time for the quickfire news now, where I will share the headline and you pretty much get the gist of what I'm talking about. The first is a supply chain analyst is speculating an Apple Vision Air is coming 2027. That'll be 40% lighter and cheaper, hopefully 40% cheaper as well. And it's doing this by leveraging the iPhone 19 chipset, apparently, fewer sensors, and a plastic front instead of glass, and magnesium for the body build, which they should have blooming done in the first place. It's so front heavy, that device. Next, Laser Matrix is coming to the Quest this summer, a mixed reality puzzler that has you running past lasers to hit one of these buttons. And once you hit that button, the room kind of morphs and changes, and you have to go and hit another button, all within a time frame. It adapts to your play space, so it morphs into different map designs, all within the confines of your room. Sounds pretty cool. Waltz of the Wizard, a beast of a game that seems to be loved by so many, is getting an Apple grade, where it can be played on the iPhone and the Apple Vision Pro. This is coming alongside the Scully Fantastic Fails update, and I do wonder how this is going to work on a phone. I can just try it, to be fair. Just download it. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Please hit subscribe. It helps me out more than you know. Leave a comment, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day.